Hey, we're live, our visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. How are you? Welcome back to our Momentum Monday. Yay! Every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we are inside of our Abundant Entrepreneurs Facebook group, and every Monday we are having this new momentum. This week, our new momentum is what? This morning, actually, I did quite a few hours doing this kind of work. I just deleted over 400 Facebook friends. Let me tell you, like I could not remember how many times my connections have already reached 5,000. Right? Like unfortunately, Facebook only limit us to have 5,000 friends. Initially, I remember years ago, right? When you just started, you collect. I saw that quite some of you maybe have hundreds of people, or maybe 1,000 or 2,000, right? At the beginning, sounds like it's like 5,000 is so many, right? So I remember during that time, whoever sent me connection, I would be happy to accept, right? Majority time, and only maybe like a filter a few of them, like maybe not is really not appropriate, so I did not accept. But the majority of people when they send in like invitation, I remember initially, very initially, like years ago, right? I reached out to some people, like who I say, it could be my ideal people, my ideal audience. I send them, reach out and send an invitation to them to connect. But then, majority time after I further clarify my niche, my message, my offer, everything, and my content, and I saw that more and more people send the request to me, and then later on, it's just like accumulated so many and. Attracted so many. Actually, I should be happy, right? So my connections reached to 5,000 quite some times already. So every time I have to like review and delete some, just like for short term, right? Delete some and then accept some new ones. But this morning I really did like further careful review because it reached to 5,000, and that 5,000 I was really thinking about how many of them are qualified. And this morning I really sit down and spend quite just 1 or 2 hours to really carefully review. I have not finished to review all 5,000 of them, but I reviewed most of them. And here I want to share with you what's the criteria I used. I think could definitely help some of our visionary entrepreneurs and life changers. Let me see. Any of you may be here. And by the way, WeChat is not giving us a very timely update for anyone if you comment. But I still encourage you to comment, right? Because I will see that after I finish this live video, I hope they could share with us like a timely, like live. Let us know. But initially, I remember I could see those comments, but now I could not see them. So, but anyway, make sure you comment under the video, and I will definitely immediately after we finish this video. Okay, I promise it will not be so long, super long. Okay, around 30 minutes maybe. So why would we today's question I actually want to ask you, why should we delete some of our friends? I will share with you some new things I just found very interesting. Okay, but initially it's like I want to have more qualified and quality connections. Otherwise, for example, I share the content and in my network, I did not feel like it's very like the response is not very how to say, the response is not really like a thumbnail or very like wave, right, raving fans. I feel like it's like my connections, even though I have 5,000, it's not very engaging and active. So I was reviewing them and I found these very interesting things, and I use the following criteria to decide which one should keep and which one should I delete. Very interesting finding. Initially a simple quick action, I was deleting all those people without a picture, without a profile picture. You can barely say any like the profile, because without the picture, and the profile is also very like limited and very limited information and introduction about themselves, and barely any content there as well. So I use that as the quickest criteria. I delete the first criteria. I actually use the 6 or 7 criteria to decide which one should I keep, which one should I delete. So the first round is people without photos. They are not even want to show their photos, right? How could you connect with them? So those people, either they are shy or they are like how to say, they are very reluctant to get on a Facebook, right? Anyway, they must not be entrepreneurs like our entrepreneurs who wants to make impact, right? So Definitely those people, get rid of them. And the second one is people with few mutual friends. You know, when you review your connection, I would encourage you, okay, after you learn today, definitely review your connections on the Facebook, no matter how many you have. Even though you may not have 5,000, you have like a very like a limited numbers. You want to increase your number, but do not just focus on numbers. Okay, you want to focus on more qualified contacts instead of wait till later when you reach like 5,000 of them and then you review. It will take you a long time. Okay, so now I'm at the same time I reduced the quite some. I deleted and unfriended many of them, and then I'm accepting the new one. So now the new one I'm use this new criteria. I hope you will get inspired. Okay. So the second one, few mutual friends, but you do not delete them directly. Okay. You want to just get your mouse into that person's name, but you do not need to click it. If you click it, you get into the detailed profile, but you will be like, how to say, you will be guided left your whole contacts profile. Okay, you do not want to leave this main page, otherwise you have to back and forth. That's taking a long time. So you just put your mouse under the names that underline the people's name, and wait a little bit, and it will show maybe seconds, right, in the seconds, and later if it's running a big like contacts may take a little bit longer, just like a half minute, but then you will see that person's brief, just a quick brief like top introduction to say, if you could say, one is like what's their introduction, what's their like a self introduction about what they do. If they do not have like introduction about what they do, they do not have any like a business or branding, whatever, like you use your criteria of your niche. Okay, here I hope you already understand who will be your ideal niche market. Okay, who you understand who. Okay, like who you want to be in your circle, who you want to serve, who can resonate with what the values you can provide. Okay, so I hope you have that already. And then you will see if their introduction is not clear, there's no any branding, you don't know what they're doing, right? So this kind of thing is already like a candidate for deletion. And then you further say, if they have followers, okay, like in that brief like a view, you could see how many followers they have. If they have barely, like it's not showing they have any followers, the brief introduction only showed, oh, they are whose friends. That's it. And then it's not really, and especially if they have a few mutual friends, that's a criteria for me to delete them. Okay, those three adding together with few mutual friends, and with no clear introduction about what they are doing, and then less than, by the way, few mutual friends, I mean like less than 10 or 20. Okay, around 10 or 20, you decide how many you want. Initially I was deleting people just have like less than 5, and then I increased my bar. I said, oh, even under 10 or 15 or 20, that's too few. Okay, and then I further review their introduction to say if their introduction is clear what they are doing, if it's not resonate with me, not in my niche, and further they do not have over at least 1,000 followers, and then I delete them. Okay, so that's my first criteria. So, and then if like even some people have a mutual friend, you could say at least like over 20, right? Some of them have hundreds, and like I am glad some people have hundreds of connections shared, like mutual connections. That will be good, because that will mean that they are in the circles like resonated with you. Potentially they are ideal audience. Okay, so they are, for example, my niche is coaches, authors, speakers, creative experts, consultants, visionary entrepreneurs, and life changers. I call them. It's like they are called to fulfill their purpose. They are called to provide their expertise, their strengths, to help other people solve their problems. And I'm here to help them to stand out, become a confident expert and thought leader in their ideal niche, to impact more lives, right? And to attract more clients. So those people will be my ideal audience. So you want to say, majority, what's your ideal niche? Who will be your ideal audience? And then when you review their profile, will be quickly resonate if they will be your ideal audience. Okay, and if they are presented, if people have very few followers and mutual friends, that means they're not in your circle. They're maybe like out circle, right? Unless they have a big followers, then maybe you still keep them, okay? And then what's my next one? My next one is did you ever then you will quickly like by the way, you keep like two browser. You keep this like your friends, like all your friends list browser. You do not want to leave it because this make it more efficient. And you have another browser is still in the Facebook. You can search, copy this person's name in search and see their full profile and see what they are sharing. When did they share it? Is that like the latest sharing was maybe half a years ago or maybe even last year, right? That if that's too long, means they are not very active. They are maybe not using the Facebook, so they are not very ideal audience for you, right? If, by the way, here this topic is all based on the assumption that you are using Facebook as one of your major like platforms to share your messages, to share your values, to attract your ideal audience. Okay, if you're using this platform, so this will apply for you. But all this, what I'm sharing, the principles apply to all other social medias as well. Okay, so just a similar principle. Okay, then you will see if review their profile, what content they shared. If the content is matching what the how to say, their self-introduction, their business or strengths or expertise they said they can provide, is that matching? I found many times people's content is not matching their branding. Okay, so even though they have some like a brief introduction, thank God if they are not saying, oh, I'm just self-employed, right? They do have some introduction, what kind of business they're doing. But when you review their content, it's so funny. Their content sometimes, majority of the time, is not relevant to it. As they have here and there, and even some of them allow other people keep posting on their timeline. It make you so confused, you don't know what they are providing. Okay, so if it's not focused content, it's not focused solution and values, those people are not very valuable to be kept in your circle. Okay, so I know we all want to, me especially as an abundance coach, I want open my circle, my network, to as many people as possible. But now I'm just, by the way, if you are on LinkedIn, my standard and my criteria is more loose. It's because LinkedIn allow us to have more. Now I already have over 6,000, I think. And LinkedIn could allow you to have more connections. So I think it's maybe limited by 10,000. I forgot the exact number. So at least we could have a, bigger scope of people to connect with. But on Facebook, only limited to 5,000. So you want to make sure that all the contacts are very critical one and a really valuable one. But quite soon I will share with you another way, okay, to keep all those people, another way. And do not lose them, right? Even though they may not be your like immediately ideal audience or clients, but you can keep them still in your loop, in your community. Okay, I will share that quite soon. Okay, now it's like after you review their profile, you will see what kind of values are they providing. Is that clear to you? And do you feel like some inspirations? So just quickly review the top 4 or 5 posts quickly, just like a few like 10 seconds, right? You can see brief idea of what they're sharing. Is that very it could be inspiring to you? Okay, are they adding values there to the network, to their social work? And is that inspiring to you as well? Okay, so then you will decide if this person is still like valuable to you and resonate with you, it's meaningful contact or not. Okay, then you decide delete or not. And then finally, it's like did this kind of a contact ever supported you, right? Do you have any kind of impression like, oh, this contact maybe ever supported you, either share likes or commented, something like that, right? So you want to have, if you some of people you maybe have that impression, some you do not. So but that it could also be a criteria. For example, that's why I want to combine all these criteria together. For example, some people may have not so many mutual friends, I noticed, and also not like so many followers. But if they are a great giver, they are supporting you. They like normally whatever you shared, they like to follow, they give you likes, they give a comment. That will be a good sign, right? They're valuable people and they would like to contribute. So I would keep them. So those criteria is not like separate, it's not individual ones, right? You want to combine them together to consider what are your like valuable, meaningful contacts and friends you want to really keep, right? The friends. What means friends? I know it's not like real life friends, but on a social, even on a social virtual one, they are not around you, but it's still like you want to have that kind of meaning and like a resolution and a connection together. Either like you contribute to them, they have response, or you can see from their profile, their branding, everything, to see that they are contributing to the world, that they are interesting people you want to keep in touch, right? So that's my first criteria for how to delete people. And based on that, I deleted over 400 people. Imagine that, from 5,400 people. Okay, I guess I could still delete a few dozens of them when I get more time. But so far, I'm quite satisfied. It's like I did quite a good cleansing, right? And later I will share with you this secret. This cleansing is doing the great things. It sounds like you're losing hundreds of people, and some people say, "Oh, wow, you're losing." Like, "Oh, hope you're doing well." That is like they are concerned, or you're deleting hundreds of people away from your connection, right? Sounds like you're losing, but actually, I'm telling you, you're actually gaining. Okay, so right after I deleted quite some people, I just noticed that uh, Facebook is maybe like they have some algorithm. I never care about their algorithm, by the way. But anyway, they have an algorithm, right? Because I noticed immediately some new people are sending me friends requests. I guess the Facebook's algorithm is like designed to be like when you are deleting friends, like you are not satisfied with your friends' connections, right? They want to compensate you. Okay, they want to like you are changing your blood. They want to supply you some blood. So that's a good news for you. Okay, so when you are deleting, when your community is not so active, don't be afraid to delete or to cancel or to whatever, to discard some of them if they are not very valuable, not contributing. And they are also not benefiting from you anyway, right? If they are not really follow you or interacting with you, they're not getting benefits anyway. So it's good to let them go. Maybe they could find a values at other place, but it's and also majority of the time they are not active anyway, right? So maybe they are not getting any value from anybody. So but let them be, but you want to focus on those ones who can benefit from your values and who can really resonate with what you're providing, who can really be supportive as well and have that kind of dynamics. You want to have interactions, right? Otherwise, this is virtual already, right? We do not want to be so boring. We want to have some like live interactions and friendship and support to each other, right? So that we could thrive together. Okay, so that's a little secret. So don't be afraid and get rid of some blood and you will get new blood. Okay, and now who should you add to? So this is very easy now, right? You just reverse engineering what we just shared, who you should delete, and then who should you add. The first one is like definitely they need to have a good photo, right? A good photo, not just professional, but a very like a positive photos. Like you can see that person smiling, that person is like a very friendly. At least that one, right? And then it's like they have some like mutual friends with you. Oh no, actually, before you add them, you could not say how many mutual friends they have. Let me see. Yeah, you could say how many mutual friends, but the more important criteria is actually say their introduction about themselves. Remember the niche I mentioned? You need to understand your niche, and then see if they are matching with your criteria, with your niche. If they are in that market, they have their introduction, they have their branding, you know what they are doing, right? And also quickly review their profile to see the top a few posts, what they're sharing, what values they're adding, if is that inspiring and resonating to you, and then you decide, okay, and then you see how many people they have in their connections already. Okay, it doesn't matter if like they already have mutual or not, at least they could have my personal criteria is at least 1,000. Okay, I want to add people at least have over 1,000 of connections. Ideally, they have a 3 or 4,000, have more connections, and then ideally it's like they have quite some, at least over 20 mutual friends with me. Okay, so then that means we share some languages, we share some like valued or shared values, right? We are in that circle. So that's some basic ones, and also say if they, especially those people who send you requests, and if they also send you some messages, and review their direct message to see if it's really resonate with you. Now there are so many people give a pitches, right? Sending you directly, and you may not like that. And then if you see those ones, sometimes I do not connect with them. I want to say those people who want, like when they connect with you, they want to add values, but not sending you. Okay, so they want to understand you first, and especially for those people, they are supportive to you already. Okay, so the same lesson you want to learn when you want to reach out to somebody. When you really want to connect with somebody, you want to add values. You want to give them feedback. You want either praise or give them like feedback to where they could improve. Those ones people will appreciate. Don't sell them directly. Oh, so many people boast, in a direct message, I will get your like what a 6-figure or whatever, like how many needs or how many clients. Those promise, it's like empty. It's like invalid to me at all, okay, because I do not resonate with those selling or pitch messages. Okay, so people, if you want to connect with me, do not sell me directly. Okay, give me some feedback, give me some like whatever my message is. If you really get inspired, give me some like feedback, give some likes, and or share. Those ones will be like really support. Okay, real like how to say, valuable support and connection. Okay, so the similar thing we can learn from that as well. Okay, now what's next? The next is like the next one is really the 5 ways. The 5 ways to quickly add your values. Okay, so you do not want just to chase people. You do not just want to. I remember majority of time now people only like reach out to me because I attract them. With what? Here I want to share with you the 5 ways to quickly add your value to attract people instead of you chase after people. Okay, I now by the way, I have 2 business. I have a coach business and also a finance business. In both of them, I do not chase people anymore. I provide values, and I make my message, I improve myself and to make my message clearer and my values greater so that I could attract the right people. I could contribute the values too. So do not chase people. And here are 5 quick ways. The first one, let me see. Actually, before that, I want to remind, I get surprised when I was deleting people. When I was deleting people, I just noticed some of them I still keep them because they are in my niche. But I just found how many of those, like remember those coaches I said, like for example, life coaches, health coaches, spiritual coaches, all those coaches, I just found they had a good, sounds like a good branding, but they did not have good content. And even the branding is not super clear. It's just like, even though they call them a coach, right? But what the values they're providing is not super clear on the profile. And their content is not consistent. It's not very like a super valuable, consistent through time. So I noticed that their connections are so few. Many of them, like we have shared like mutual friends, just a few. Then when I get into their profile, I can see what's the reason, right? They have so little impact, so few people connect with them. So because they do not have the clear enough niche, and also the content is not consistent at all, and the content is not very super inspiring or powerful as well. So those coaches, even though I still keep their contacts, I did not delete them. But I would provide this opportunity to invite you. Okay, so if you do not have enough connections, if you feel like you are not fully confident or clear about your niche or your branding on your profile, and you are not sure about how to create great content to keep attracting your ideal audience and clients, I provide this complimentary offer to you. Okay, so I do want to add values because you are in my friend circle. I do not want to see you like you suffer and then eventually I have to delete you. Okay, I do not want to lose you. So that's why I want to support you. I want to help you to grow together, and I provide this complimentary opportunity. If you listen to this message, you can send me a direct message. Okay, DM me, so that I could offer you a complimentary consultation to give you like a profile audit, to give you feedback, and to tell you where like you could improve, how to optimize your niche statement, your branding, and also your content. Okay, so make sure that you do not miss this great opportunity. Just direct message me if you want to get this profile audit for free. Okay, so we will do that on Zoom. So you, no matter where you are, so I could support you. Okay, I do want you to increase your attraction and your impact so that you will become a valuable friend in my circle. Okay, so, and by the way, I will share that later in my under my in my comment as well. And now the 5 ways to quickly increase your value. Okay, the first one, just a reverse engineer of why we deleted people, right? I hope you get a lesson. By the way, I quickly, while I was deleting people, I quickly get some like a message to remind me what I want to share with you today. So when I was deleting them, remember what I was my first criteria to delete them? Without the picture, right? Without the good, smiling, and friendly picture, the profile picture. So make sure that you will have a clear, friendly picture. Do not necessarily need to be professional, okay? I personally do not like those like you're not on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, maybe you want a like more professional profile picture, but on Facebook could be more casual, but clear quality, okay, high definition quality with background could be a little bit casual. With ever like me personally, I love nature, right? I want to be like with the nature surrounding me, and any place like with a good sunlight, any place you like, okay, you either at home or playing with your kids or whatever, but you want to highlight, especially those ones. Here, caution, okay, those ones with kids and with pets. Do not put your kids and pets only, okay? That's definitely a caution. Do not put them there. You need to be the major character on your profile picture. You could hold your kids or hold your pet or have them in your environment, but you need to be the profile major character, and let people see who they are facing. Some people, they share the picture with their friends, 2 or 3 of them together. You don't know who is this major one you are connected with, right? So that's definitely not good. All right, so number one way quickly to increase your attraction, your values. People will ask, why my picture is a value? Yes, definitely your picture is the number one values you are adding to people, because you're being, okay, you're being, your friendly, your smiling being there, natural being there. It's a first layer of contribution already, okay? So make sure you have a good picture, okay, please. And so people have a resolution directly, and even before, because that's the first impression, okay? People say that first impression that you're dating, that's the most important thing, right? Decide if you will get the friendship or the date or not. So that's definitely number one. The image is quicker, the quickest language to tell people who you are, what kind of person you are. You do not need to be so pretty or makeup, whatever, right? You just be natural, genuine you, but with a very like a friendly smile. Make sure that you have some teeth. Even though you do not have perfect teeth, I do not have perfect teeth. My teeth, I grew up in China, so that's we had that. I forgot some kind of medicine we ate during when we were a child. Like we got a cough, we got a cold, and the doctor gave us some prescription not so good, and damaged the color of my teeth. Even though the alignment is good, but the color is not very bright, right? So it's very difficult to change that. But I'm still smile. I don't mind that. I still smile, smile, okay? Big smile, and let people show. When people show the teeth, that means you are so friendly, okay? You are open person. When people are holding their face, holding their mouth, do not want to show their teeth. Either you are shy or maybe you are like not very open person to connect with, okay? Just some psychology behind the pictures. And another one is, let me see, what's another one? Oh, another one. Don't wear sunglasses, okay? Don't wear sunglasses to block your eyes. Don't show that kind of a profile picture. You may think you are cool, but that's definitely taboo to connect with people, because remember eye contact, right? The eyes are people's window. The eyes is your soul's windows, your heart's windows. You want to let people see your eyes, the genuine smile inside of it, not kindness, not nice inside of it, okay? You do not, then people can see from there, yeah, this is a nice person. You do not want to use the sunglasses to block it, no matter how expensive or fancy sunglasses you have, okay? So that's number one, quickest way to increase your attraction, okay? To increase your value and also attraction. Second one, the connections assets, okay? What does that mean? Connections asset means the more connections you have, That means the more assets you have. Okay, now we're in a virtual world, we're in a social world. Remember all those influencers, they have so many followers. Whatever those people who have like millions of followers, their values, like social values, are higher, right? So now this kind of a world is not just measuring people by money, they're measuring people by their social assets. Okay, so eventually those ones could become your money value. But it's like initially the more connections you have, the better. Like that's a proof that the social connections and values you are adding to this world. Okay, so definitely adding more valuable connections, meaningful connections. Do not just add numbers there. Okay, don't, please, because for long run that will ruin your reputation and ruin your how to say, your potential to get more quality connections and income as well. Okay, so focus on qualified connections and adding it. The of course the more the better, the merrier, right? The more the merrier, but make sure the quality is good as well. Okay, so you want a genuine increase. I know there's some places you can spend some money to quickly buy your audience. I personally encourage more about organic, at least at the beginning. Okay, encourage you to use organic way to add values, to add your quality connections. So that will create like a great foundation for you, and also confidence for you as well. Okay, so that's the number 2. That's it. That's your value as well. Okay, your connections assets is your value. Now number 3 is your clear niche and branding. That's super important, because when people are quickly review you, who you are and what kind of things you're doing, they will immediately say, oh, if this person will be valuable to me. So your niche needs to clarify. Not statements about who you are or what you're doing, need to clarify who you are helping, what kind of problems you are solving, and what kind of benefits you can bring to them. Okay, so in that like, I know it's very short. Facebook, any like social media, they have a limitation about how long you can put there. You need to play. That's actually fun. Like you put a whole sentence there and you play how to make it precise and still fit in those allowance space. Okay, so, and also your branding. What do you call yourself? Will that resonate with your ideal audience? Okay, and what your vision is? How can people see even your vision, your values, your mission from your branding? So that's a critical. Okay, so by the way, as I mentioned earlier, if you are not clear, still not clear and confident about this part, DM me, so you could get the complimentary audit, okay, profile audit to help you. And now number 4, share inspirations, share valuable things. Okay, that's super important. It's just like this part you can call it like content, but it's not just content. It's really truly values. Focus on the values. So share values. Either you forward like whatever today you learned, you feel like it's great. For example, this video, if you find it's inspiring, it's good for you, share with other people, okay? And comment under it, like it. Need other people, need more other like entrepreneurs be benefited from. That is your values. And it's like it's much time saving for you, right? You do not need like shoot such kind of live video or prepare for everything, but you directly share about things you feel valuable to other people, and you will share the values already, right? And also, like, I would encourage you to create your own values, because that's where you can directly help your audience and attract them. It's like, so both parts, like you share other people's, but the majority of the time you want to create your own, because every one of you are abundant creator. Believe in that. Abundant creator. I challenged myself 2018 every day to share the abundance today. Initially, and sometimes I get challenged and stuck. I thought, oh, how could I finish 365 days? But I was so glad that I committed to it and fully committed to it, and I really went through every day and did my best, and then I get every day a new quote, a new inspiration, share with the world, and with a great new designing. Every day is different. So believe that. So after that challenge, now I fully understand that, and I believe that. I know I'm an abundant creator, and each one of you are as well. Okay, so believe in that. And you never know, actually. If you do not challenge yourself, you never know how good you are, how great you are, and how abundant you are, how creative you are. Okay, so take this challenge. I would invite you every day, like together, every day. Follow me and also and see what I'm sharing, and also I encourage you to share yours. Okay, be that creative person, that expert. And some of you maybe said, oh, I'm not as confident about what I'm doing. I'm not sure if I'm good enough, right? Everyone start with, like they said, the great speakers start as like a how to say, the nausea or bad ones, right? So everyone, when they become, before they become an expert, they all started from like a humble or bad situation until they become a great one. So, and by the way, we had last week and quite soon, in November as well, we will have the content freedom challenge, 5-day challenge. So definitely check our, like on my profile, I remember, yeah, on my profile, on my like profile picture, or in our group, the picture, background picture, the cover picture, you can see. And if you click that, you can find the link to register for our next content freedom challenge. Okay, so that we will help you. I will use the audit, the profile audit, and also this challenge to support you to become greater in your ideal niche. Okay, to get clarity, and also that could get yourself automatically attract your ideal audience. And now the number five, okay, is really support other people whenever you find the opportunities. Especially important thing is like one is like you understand what's your niche, right? You can help you share the valuable information, valuable solutions to help people in your niche. But at the same time, always be open to help other people, like go out of your comfort zone to help other people, not necessary in your niche. But whenever you find like so some people is asking help or asking questions, and you find that you could answer it, don't hesitate, or don't think, oh, this person is not in my niche, this person may never become my client, why should I bother, why should I waste my time? No, here think about this way. Yeah, with our niche, we are called to, that's our mission, right, to use that in a niche to specifically help those people to become like, how to say, to benefit them, to support them become better. But also think about what's your life's fulfillment for. Your life is not just for niche, okay? Your life is not just for money. Your niche is better for you to really resonate with your ideal clients and serve them, like use your focused energy and time to serve them, get them the results, and you also get money rewarded as well. So that's for your profession. But you as a person, to fulfill in this world, to get that abundance, and to use your abundance to bless other people as well, and get your life more fulfilled and blessed. It's really to help other people whenever you can. As I remember, just whenever I'm walking on the street, right, or walking in this community anywhere, if I say something I could help in this community, I will help. If there's some people like lost their, like drop their things, lost things, I will always remind them, and always like just like a volunteering to help other people. If you, like, for example, I was waiting for in the supermarket, wait for the bathroom, and there's a mom brought a kid, right, or waiting after me as well. And then I asked them, I was joking with the little kid, right? I praised how adorable he is or she is, and then I asked him, are you in a hurry? If you're in a hurry, I let you go first, like that, and let the mom and the kids go first. Whenever those little tiny things, right? When you are walking on the street, smile to the strangers and greet to them, right? And whenever like the school and other charities, if you could contribute, okay? So, and the schools, like other parents ask questions, if you can answer them. So all these tiny things, but that make the world better, okay? It's not just like when we are serving our niche people, we are like getting rewarded, not just the only way for us to contribute to this world. Of course, that's our core mission to fulfill, but our best fulfillment is really from daily life's little things that we could contribute our values. Remember that you will be rewarded, okay? You will eventually, just from like a selfish kind of a standpoint, right? Many people say, oh, why should I do that? I do not have time, I don't have this and that, I do not have money. Remember that when you are doing that, even nobody is watching it. Nobody is watching you, nobody knows that, but God is watching you, okay? God knows that what you are doing, the great things to this world, and you will be rewarded spiritually and other ways, and even tangible material ways. You will be rewarded, okay? Even though we do not expect for that, but I believe that your good behaviors will make your life more fulfilling, okay? So because this universe is all like energy, the one good things you are doing for one person, and that kind of ripple effect will impact many, and maybe eventually get back to you. Okay, you will get that. We heard so many stories about that, right? So I do not want to get too much time on that. So overall, I just shared those five ways to quickly increase your value so that you could attract your people, okay, to follow you. Some of them, majority of them will be in your niche, will be your audience, so maybe some of them become your clients, but some also maybe it's just people that you could help, you could brighten their life, okay, not necessarily all be your niche, but majority of them, I believe, if you clarify those 5 ways, will become your niche people, okay, and at least it will be your like-minded people share the similar values, and people will be like meaningful connections, and they could like support you, you could support them, and you could like eventually connect each other to more people, right? So that is today's session. It's about even though I use that title, so I delete this 400, but I really want to share with you is like who you should add and what kind of values you could add there to really help you to attract more people, okay? Sounds like a temporary lose, but eventually it's a big gain and a big winning, okay, for long term. Thank you so much. Welcome to DM me if you need help, okay, to get your profile audited and optimized. And we also like we'll look forward to seeing you in upcoming events and challenge and different events. Just keep following us. You will get all these kind of great values and inspirations. And I will look forward to seeing like what is your inspiration, okay? And I will love your feedback and comments in the, under my video, so that will give me more ideas which part you resonate and which part I could do better, okay? Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful Monday and momentum. Take care. Bye.